Hi everyone. Today I am making some swap cards for a few of the Stampin' Up! Friends that I meet when I go to Stampin' Up! Events, and an event is on Saturday. I'm very excited because we haven't had an in-person event in a few years, and I'm driving out to Indianapolis and tomorrow, and then the event is on Saturday. So I always meet a few people that I see kind of only at these events, so I like to have a special card for a couple people, and this is the one I'm making. And I'm using a whole bunch of products, so I'll go through them one by one. But I think it's kind of sweet, and it's bright and cheerful, and I really love this bird punch, and I forget its name. Let me check. If my voice sounds funny, I was sick all last week, and I feel great now, but I just still have this lingering, like, I don't know, every once in a while, maybe a small cough. Sweet Songbird, where are you? Okay, it's the Songbird Builder Punch, and I think it's adorable. Okay, anyway, here it is. So I'm starting off with Tahitian Tide as my base color. It's bright, it's cheerful, and I really love it. And then I'm going to use this paper. This is Designer Series paper from the mini catalog. And this is one of those papers that you can only get with Stampin' Rewards. And what those are when your orders reach $150 or more, you get to choose Stampin' Rewards. And this is one of the choices. I love this paper. I think it's awesome and worth spending the money for. I mean, there's all kinds of good stuff to get while you're getting there. But let me show it to you. It's great for the holidays, and it was kind of good all season long. So the catalog goes July to December. So you've got some summer looking prints. You know, you've got like some fun little cloudy sky kind of colors. But then the back, this was great for 4th of July, and you can add some red sparkle and blue sparkle and really do some fun things with that. It'll also be great for New Year's, so I'm thinking ahead to New Year's. But then you've got a lot of Christmas patterns. We had Halloween patterns. It was just really fun. Here's another one. Here's another like kind of Halloween. But then you've got some that can be just used all year round, like this one. And the one that I'm using right now has these little bows that can be all year round. Doesn't have to be Christmas. And the nice thing about this pack of paper, here's fall, is it's huge. It's 48 sheets. It's really, I mean, I've used most of it, but it's a really thick pack. Anyway, I really like it. And it's called, before I forget to tell you, Celebrate Everything, which is perfect for that paper pack. Anyway, so that's only good in the July to December mini catalog, and I love it. Alright, so I'm taking that and I'm going to just kind of put it on an angle here. I'm going to place things down as we go because there's a lot of little pieces in this one. Let's see if I have more tape in there. I don't. Alright, then I am using a piece of basic white. Now here, I've cut it, oh, I should tell you, this is 3 3/4 by 5, okay? And then the basic white is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I cut it this size specifically so that it would work with the embossing folder, which is really a cute embossing folder. It has snowflakes on it. I'm not sure how well the snowflakes show up on the video, but they're really pretty, and it'll fit like this. Now when you use certain embossing folders, you have to use different plates. This is a 3D embossing folder, so it's going to go on the base plate and the gray plate. And you can use the mini or the large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this. And I just love that. It's so fun. Now I want to point out, maybe it'll show up better on here, that this is part of the Wintry 3D embossing folder pack. I believe this is in the annual catalog, and you get 2 in the pack. So you've got pine needles and then the snowflakes. And so we're using the snowflakes. Okay. Alright, now I'm using a whole bunch of dies, and these are all from the same die set. I try to use minimal supplies when I do these things. I have almost everything. And this is the Christmas banner dies, and I looked through the catalog and I kind of looked for things that had a lot of pine boughs, and also you can look through your die sets and see what dies you have that work, that have a lot of, you know, there's so many pretty Christmas things. Look for things that have twiggies and boughs and pines and things like that. So I'm using, this one has kind of a pine shape. Looks like a tree branch, so I cut a couple of those. I cut 3 of those. And then with this one, I'm going to bring in some of that Tahitian tide. So it's not even a plant color, just for fun. And I cut 2 of those. And then this one, I kind of was thinking maybe it's mistletoe. I cut a couple of those. And here I'm using glimmery white. And this comes in a pack of paper with some glimmery white kind of glitter paper and red. And so I'm using the white for this. And then there's another die that cuts little berries. And it's meant to kind of go with the stick die. And you put the berries there, they line up on that. But I'm just using the berries on their own. Trying to make my life easier, and I decided, you know what? No one's going to notice that there's no stick on there. Because it's just fun little berries kind of poking in with all the greenery. Alright, so I cut a bunch of those, and now we're just going to kind of lay them out. I also, in the background, I'm going to add one of these iridescent snowflakes. These are called wonderful snowflakes, and they are quite wonderful. They're laser cut, and they have an iridescence to them, which I don't know if it's going to come across on the film, or on that film, it's not film, video. I told you how old I am. There we go. And either one side is kind of a plain white. You can use that side too. And then this side has kind of an iridescence. I'm going to use the iridescent side. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And I'm just going to put it down with a glue dot. I like that it's going to be kind of loosey-goosey. And I'm going to go kind of slightly off center. You know, kind of maybe have it hang off the red just a tiny bit. So it just really shows up. Okay. And here we're going to build. So I'm going to start with the kind of glimmery white and just kind of place those down like so. And then we're going to go in with these pine boughs. Now I cut 3 of them just so that it wouldn't be quite so the same on top and bottom. And you can even cut them in half. So you can decide, do you want to use all 6 of the pine boughs? You can decide if you want them, you know, maybe this one's tucked under. And then you can grab, where's my scissors? You can cut and put more down here, and maybe this one's on top of the shimmery. I mean, you can even cut your shimmer if you wanted some more of that on the bottom as opposed to the top. However you want to do it. I think I want more branches on the bottom. I like that. And now I'm putting this on top. No, I can't decide. Okay. Like so. And then I'm going to bring in that Tahitian tide. Alright, now once I've got it all figured out how I want it to go, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them down. Here I'm going to use some liquid. I don't know if I said this was evening evergreen. Of course it is evergreen, right? And I'm not worrying about this gap in the middle because my bird is going to cover that. All right. So now while I make the bird, I'm going to go ahead and just leave that to dry. And sometimes I like to just stick a block on it, like that. Okay. Oh, I didn't put my berries down. All right, I'll do those in a minute. All right, so this bird is the Bird Builder Punch, and I punched a bunch of these out, so I've already got them kind of punched out here, but I wanted to make it a cardinal, and it doesn't really read cardinal, but it kind of maybe can, because it's got this little upturned little feather up here. It's super cute. So I punched him out. Now he comes with 2 wings, and I think this one is actually meant to be kind of like the breast area of the bird, and that's why if you wanted to do a robin or multicolored, you can have a blue bird with a white belly, or a robin with an orange belly, but I decided, and then this is the wing, but I wanted the wing to be a little bigger, and since I'm not using a belly, I'm going to use the belly piece as the wing, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I wanted it to be a cardinal, so I need some red, and so, I mean black. Oh, and I have a little beak. Alright, so what I did to make him more of a robin, or a I'm telling you, I haven't been feeling well, so I'm a little bit goofy, is I cut a piece of black circle, and then you can turn it over and trim along here. So I wanted it to have kind of a rounded side, so I'm going to go ahead and glue him down. Like that. And then if I flip it over, or you could even put it through the punch again, I think it's perfectly good to just kind of trim along the side here. Turn him into a cardinal. So then I'm going to add a little orange beak. So tiny. And then to make the eyes, you can use maybe a gel pen or something, but then I remembered I have these little circles here, so I just punched some out, or die cut some out in black and red, or black and white. Seriously. And you know, you can kind of look at them, and they're different sizes. So I kind of grabbed a smallish one and a largest one and kind of put them on top of each other. And even if they're not quite right, you can just, as long as you offset them slightly, so you can have the white one underneath, as long as it's slightly bigger. And if it's not bigger, if you've used them all up and you're trying to make a whole bunch of these like I am for a few people, as long as you offset one. So let me make another one. Tiny bit of glue. Offset it a little bit so the white is showing along one side. That's real cute. And then you're going to go ahead and place your eye on your bird. And then grab it. You want to avoid angry bird, so you don't want the eye to be kind of turned downward. So like make sure the white is slightly upturned perhaps, you know, so if it was going downward, then it would look like he was facing down and maybe angry. And then I grabbed a white gel pen, or you have a chalk marker, and added a little bit of white to his eye, like so. And there's my sweet little cardinal. Okay. Oh, and then his wing, I put on a little dimensional just to give him some height for fun. There we go. Alright, now for those berries. And my sentiment, I want to tell you where that sentiment comes from. It's super fun stamp set. So let me get that sentiment done first. And well, I'm going to do the berries first just because I want them to be dry. So here I'm just going to place, and I'm just looking for a little bit of glitter, kind of a little bit of shine. Place them around. Where are you? There you are. Oh my word. Okay. All right. I keep doing silly things. My husband would laugh. He's been telling me I've been loopy all day. I think it's because I have so much to do and pack and go on this trip tomorrow. Okay, which I'm very excited about. Now for my sentiment, I'm grabbing just a piece of scrap from my Evening Evergreen pack. And I'm going to use this one. It just says Merry Christmas, which is really simple, and you may already have a Merry Christmas, but I do want to show you the set it comes from because it's limited time only and really nice. I love the font and the bigness of this set and how fun it is. The handwriting looking scripty font, super cute. I like it. So here's the Merry Christmas, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss that in white. All right, nice and straight. Alright, here's where those nice little mini dimensionals come into play. Or if you have like one of these packs that you've got mostly used up, another great area to grab is this area right there. And then we're going to put that down right across the center. Let's kind of measure out this bird here. There we go. And there he is, super cute. I hope that they like it. I hope you like it. I love that little bird as a cardinal. Isn't it fun? Thank you so much for watching. I hope to have so many fun things to share with you when I get back from my Stampin' Up! Onstage event in Indianapolis this weekend. Stay tuned. We're going to see the spring, can you believe it? Spring catalog. We haven't had any snow yet. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.